Okay, reaction video time. This is a different kind of video, not the normal stuff I put up, the football stuff. This one is what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you? Part two, Hot TikTok 2021. Let's see what this is all about.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So I am Italian and I go to college in the US. I was on a phone call with my advisor to schedule my classes for spring semester, okay? So at some point he goes like, wait, you're Italian. I love Paris. I've been there a few years ago.
Okay. Paris is in France, obviously, and not in Italy. Okay.
And I told him, yeah, I love Paris too. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place. I've been there a few years ago too. And he goes like, I also took some French classes in high school too.
And she said she was from Italy, and he's talking like she's from France?
And I was like, yeah, French. Yeah, I know French because I studied it at school. And he goes like, wait, you studied it at school? And I goes like, yeah, I studied it because in Italy, we don't speak French and Paris isn't in Italy. So, yeah, that's it. In Italy, we speak Italian. In the capital of Italy,
Seems logical. You speak Italian in Italy, and
is Rome. And he goes like, oh my God, how could I forget?
how could you forget?
Man.
What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Excuse me, why do you speak Spanish? Well, a lot of my friends speak Spanish, so I decided to teach myself. It's not hard. You don't look Mexican. I'm not.
Not all Mexicans speaks. Well, not all Spanish speakers are Mexicans. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, you know what I was trying to say, but they speak Spanish in Costa Rica. They speak it in Argentina. They speak it in Chile. They speak it in Spain.
I'm black. Wait, so you're black and you speak Spanish? And your English seems okay.
And there's quite a few Americans that actually speak Spanish as well.
Yes, black people can learn other languages. I mean, I guess, but, it doesn't make sense that you speak Spanish if you're not Mexican.
What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Alright, so I had an American girl message me on Instagram the other day expressing how she's keen for marriage and whatnot. I wasn't interested for multiple reasons, so I thought the easiest and nicest way to let her down would be to state the obvious fact that we're from different countries. So I told her, you're from America, I'm from Australia, it's probably not going to work. And she had the audacity to say, it's okay, I can sponsor you.
Sponsor you?
Sponsor? Bitch, what? Do they not teach Americans that there's other countries in the world where people are living happily? Not all of...
Yeah, there's quite a few people out in the big wide world who've never stepped foot in America, who have lived quite happy lives, and yeah, that's brilliant. I love that.
Plus are chasing that American dream. Our kangaroos in Australia are more civilized than your people, and our spiders are nicer than your people.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, pal. I don't think your spiders are nicer than us. Okay, just because you're basing this off one girl who said she was going to sponsor you.
Why would I want to move to America? Sponsor?
Well, why would I want to move to Australia?
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest
Still, it was a dumb thing to say. Sponsor you.
thing an American has ever said to you?
So I'm travelling in Australia, I'm in a hostel in Brisbane, and this is an American couple. I ask them where they're from, they tell me they're from Alabama. I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing, I've never...
That's Alabama. Okay. This has got to be good.
been to America. And they're like, oh really? But America's so close to Jamaica. And I'm
Yeah, America is very close to Jamaica.
thinking, what? And I say, oh well, I'm not from Jamaica. Oh, well, sure you are, you sound Jamaican to
She doesn't sound Jamaican at all. She sounds like sounds more British than Jamaican.
me. And I was like, well, I'm actually from Wales.
Okay, that makes sense.
And the girl looks at me and she starts giving me a glare. I'm like, oh God, what have I said? Like, have I offended them in some
I don't know what you could have said to could have offend them, but you're from Wales.
way? And they're like, you can't say you're from a fake country. That is
A fake country? Wales isn't a fake country.
so offensive. And I'm like, well, Wales is a real country. No, it's not. It's an animal. I'm like, no, it's a real country. What do you...
Oh my goodness. We might actually be playing an animal in the World Cup this year.
do you think Charles is? You know, Queen Elizabeth's son, like he's Prince of Wales. oh yeah, he's Prince of the Animals. Everybody knows that he owns all the whales in the world.
He owns all the whales in the world? What, do they come when he calls them?
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
There was a Haitian kid in my class, and they said, "Hey, Biko, you're from Kenya. They're from Haiti. So y'all both from Africa, right?" Someone said I don't count
Haiti's not in Africa.
as African American because my family is from Africa and I was born in America. I've had someone legitimately tell me, if they didn't want to be slaves, why didn't they fight back?
Oh, good God.
Once people found out that the darker the color, the more heat it absorbs, it was pretty much over for me every summer because someone was going to call out the fact that, oh, you're really dark, so you must be really hot right now. People ask me if I speak African a lot.
Africa is a continent.
No matter what the athletic accolade I get, someone is going to say it's because I'm black. No, seriously, they're just going to be like, oh, you're dark skinned. Of course you're the fastest on the team. Okay. Stupidity is in no way a specifically American trait, but when Americans do it, damn, they do it well.
Well, that's that's unbelievable. That's also a little bit racist too, to be honest with you.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
I once flew from London to Houston, and when I got to the border, the TSA agent took my British passport, my return ticket to London, and then proceeded to ask me, where did I learn how to speak English?
You're from England, and why would you not be speaking English?
And when I kind of said, England, she said, oh, you guys speak English out there too?
Oh my God, that's genius at work. You know, you could make an argument that the things that that the English say is not really, English. Well, because I know we have differences like chips and fries and crisps and potato chips and that sort of thing. But I don't understand why you'd be shocked that he speaks English from England.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
I live in Arizona, and I graduated high school here. But one of my first days in high school, this girl sat next to me in English class. She was like, "Oh, where are you from?" And then I tell her I'm from Denmark, and she's like, "Oh, isn't that in Chicago?"
No, Denmark is not in Chicago. Denmark is closer to Russia than it is to Chicago.
Curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Oh my God, I can make a lot of these because I studied in the US as a non-American for like a year, so I've heard a lot of crazy shit, but here's one of them. So I was with a group of Americans and we were discussing whether or not we had seen a celebrity in public yet, because we were in New York, and sometimes in New York you can just see like Zendaya walking around the street. And I had just gotten there, so I had not seen a celebrity yet. So I was telling them how in Prague, that doesn't happen.
Prague in the Czech Republic.
But then I told them that I had...
And to be fair, when I was over in Europe, there was a guy, Russian guy, came up to me, and he asked me where I was from. I told him I was from the United States. And he asked me if I knew Tom Cruise.
Seen a famous Czech YouTuber walking around my neighborhood once. And this girl was like, wait, Czech YouTuber? I don't get it. And I was like, what do you not get?
Czech Republic, Czech YouTuber. The YouTuber must be from the Czech Republic.
She was like, does he make videos in Czech? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, how does he do that? YouTube is in English. And I was like, no, it's what?
YouTube is worldwide. You can have different languages with YouTube.
And she was like, yeah, like the videos in YouTube are English because YouTube is in English. Hello, it's for English speakers. And I was like, I had to explain to this girl that most of YouTube is not in English and that like the whole world uses YouTube in their own language.
YouTube is a global entity and anybody can use it. I'm using it here in the United States. Czechs can use it there. The Danes in Denmark can use it there. The Welsh in Wales can use it there.
She was still confused.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
I was a senior in high school, I was a teacher assistant for one of the U.S. history classes. And let me tell you, some interesting things were said by those students. My favorite being this. We were discussing whether or not Puerto Rico should become an actual state and not just a territory of the United States. We're having a perfectly good conversation until this one girl raises her hand. And her question was, but if we make Puerto Rico a state, where would we put it?
I guess we're still determining where we're going to put Alaska and Hawaii based on that question.
A few moments go by and me and the teacher are looking each other in the eye and we're just like, oh my God. And then she kind of takes a moment and goes, oh, and we're like, thank God, like she figured it out. No, her response was, we could just put it where Rhode Island is. No one cares about Rhode Island.
I knew a girl from Rhode Island and she cared a lot about Rhode Island. And, you know, okay.
I'm kind of curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So I'm Mexican, and I was working in Tulum. One day I was talking with this girl, and she said to me, I really wanted to visit Mexico in Cinco de Mayo to see your Independence Day. Sorry, what?
I don't believe Cinco de Mayo is Mexican Independence Day. I think it's the celebration of the Battle of Pueblo. That's what I've always heard it was.
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo, your Independence Day? Oh, actually our Independence Day is on September 16. Don't lie to me, I know South American history and I know that Mexico Independence Day, it's on Cinco de Mayo.
And Mexico is not in South America. Mexico is in North America.
Well, actually, no. Mexico's North America. And you can Google that. Actually, you can see that Mexico's Independence Day is on September 16. Oh my God, you have Google?
You know, this is one of the downfalls of living in a country which pretty much only has a border to the north and the south, and not like in Europe where they have, you know, like Germany where you have France and Austria and the Czech Republic. You know, you don't border everything out here in the United States, and it's such a big country, and some people are just stupid.
Yes, why? I mean, I'm really surprised that you can speak English and use Google.
I'm kind of curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Oh, I was made for this. Okay, so when I first moved here, I was in 6th grade, and I was getting enrolled to this middle school, and I was meeting up with the assistant principal. And basically, she asked me from where I was from, and I'm like, oh, I'm from Colombia, like I just moved here. And then she's like, oh my...
Colombia from South America.
Oh my God, really? So do y'all live in trees and eat alligators for breakfast?
Probably the first time you ever wore up clothes in your life, you probably walk around topless and, you know, and you know, climb up on trees and that sort of thing, and probably go hunting with spears.
Last time I remember, I was living in a very nice house, eating pan de bono with some chocolisto, but that's fine.
I'm kind of curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So I was an exchange student in the US and I would randomly get asked by questions. And then one time I said I was Asian because Philippines is in Southeast Asia. And then they literally said, Philippines is in Asia? I thought it was in Europe.
The Philippines in Europe? Oh my God. They thought the Philippines were in Europe? Oh. I can't.
Girl. And then one time I was in the bus.
When Douglas MacArthur, I Shall Return, he was in Europe? What was he doing in the Pacific Theater?
I got asked, do you have school? Do you have farm animals in the Philippines?
No, they don't. The Philippines, well, the Philippines are in Europe. Why wouldn't they have that stuff?
Do you know what an iPhone is? Girl, would you think of us some sort of a different planet?
They must think that, you know, that the United States has all this wonderful technology and we're so far advanced and everybody else lives in the bush. This is unreal.
Like, this is why you need to go to school. You got
Okay, that was quite interesting. What's the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you? Now I'm stopping it here because if you go on, there's a bunch of other stuff in it that has nothing to do about this. But wow, I didn't realize we had so many stupid people in this country. Well, no, I take that back. I think I knew we had a lot of stupid people in this country. I've seen enough to go, but good gosh, listening to these people talk, that's unreal. This was a fun video to do, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you very much. Please hit like and subscribe. Let me know if you'd like to do more of these videos. Wow.